Hello everyone, welcome to Counselor Professional Identity and Function. We are going to focus a lot on what you need to know as a counselor in order to be successful, not only in your practice, but also in helping people reach their goals. We have to understand that this is a serious course and an important course, because when you get to that point of clinicals, you're going to be directly impacting people's life, and that could be for a positive direction or a negative direction. And I think we all can agree we need to go with that positive side. Also, one thing I'm going to really stress with you guys is that it is vitally important for you to have experience as the person on the couch, so to speak. You go to a counselor, you speak with somebody, you work through whatever concerns, issues you have. If you have concerns on whether or not you can be vocal enough to be a counselor, go talk to somebody about it. You don't know how to really reach your clients if you have not been in that position. And it's one of those things that every single counselor should do. Unfortunately, not all counselors will do that, but it's highly important because we have to know what is going to be beneficial and what is potentially going to hurt our clients, because we learn that by experiencing it ourselves with good counselors versus not good counselors. So what I need you to focus on in this course is the syllabus. The syllabus has a timeline of every assignment that you're going to do, and the course schedule also. Notice that at the end of the 8th week, your class assignments are due by that Friday, because your professors have to get the grades in on time, and there are people waiting on them. So one of the big things that is important to understand as a counselor is that we have to meet deadlines. We have life issues that happen all the time, but we still have to meet deadlines. For example, as I'm developing this course, I have a deadline and I have a project I'm working on separate from this course, but yet I have to have it ready by July 19th. If I don't have it ready by that date, and it is July 5th right now, if I don't have it ready by that day, then I have failed to meet my obligations, which means it undermines my credibility. So please pay close attention to your syllabus, pay close attention to your course schedule. It is not a problem to work ahead. In fact, I highly recommend it, because one of your last assignments is going to be a counselor interview, and you are going to want to start working to get that counselor appointment time for the interview as quickly as possible. Counselors work a lot of hard schedules. I know whenever I was full-time private practice, it was not uncommon for me to work a 30 to 40 hour week, which is actually double full-time for counselors. But that wasn't an uncommon thing. So if a student came to me for an interview, especially if it was last minute, it was they didn't get the best of me. So you really want to make sure you get started with that early. Of course, obviously, there's nothing wrong with turning in assignments early. That's why you have access to all of them. But making sure you get that assignment done quickly and get that squared away quickly is vital to your course. The other major thing that's going to be a part of your course is at the end of the semester, you're going to write a counselor model and orientation paper, or you're going to do a presentation using PowerPoint slides and a voiceover similar to what I'm doing right now. The purpose of that assignment is it's important for us to understand how we are approaching counseling. I will never forget my master's level class, the very first one I had to write the same type of paper. It is a daunting paper. It can be overwhelming. But it's so vitally important because it actually solidified the way that I do counseling even till today. And I've been in practice for 10 plus years. So these two are the big major assignments. You do have some assignments throughout the semester, throughout the 8 weeks, that you need to make sure. This is a heavy reading course, especially on the front end, because there's so much information. You're going to see some repeats of the information. There's a method to my madness. So make sure that you are really engaged with the reading. That reading is going to either help or hurt you for your other assignments. If you also notice on those 2 major assignments I went over, there's several resources that I ask you to use. I think one of the assignments requires 8 research or references. So with that, that means that you need to have at least 8 good quality. If you're using journals, peer-reviewed journals. If you're using a person, make sure that you cite that correctly. Make sure this is APA format. Make sure that this is master's level writing. One of the things that we're trying to get you guys at a place to is that when you graduate, you can write an article for a magazine, get published because you have your writing skills down. While we're on writing skills, the other thing to know is that if you don't write well, it's going to affect your credibility because our notes can be subpoenaed. So you want to make sure that you are writing well. Use the Writing Center for assistance. Have somebody help you, especially if they're an English major. For example, I have a family member who is an English major, and so I have that person read through a lot of what I'm writing before I turn it in because I want to make sure it's the absolute best.